And we on a go. It's the relationship show. Are you for real though? Bars. All right. So it's your guy, DJ Concrete, along with
Sweet Mama G.
And Baldy E.
okay. And we are on the relationship show, just got off of the brutally honest rap show. And we're going to talk relationships right now. And usually Sweet Mama G kicks it off every time, and she's gonna kick it off this time too. Let's get it.
All right. Good evening and good nights. And hey, y'all, it's Sweet Mama G. You ready, Baldy? All right. Showing all your teeth. So we're going to start off with our mental health check-in. From 1 to 5, how are you feeling today? 5 being your most fantastic, to 1 that you need some help, some assistance, and some therapy. Concrete,
Huh?
it's your time. 1 through 5. Come on, Pumpkin Spice. You're looking spicy.
I'm gonna give it a 2 because
Go
my head
to.
kind of cloudy.
I
And
understand.
I got some things I got to do in life, but I just can't get them done. I'm trying my
Mm.
best, and the best is all I can do. I guess my best just isn't good enough. Um, I'm gonna give it a no. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay.
I'm always feeling good. I ain't gonna never let anything get me down. Shouts out to my Facebook people. I can't see exactly who it is on Facebook. It should pop up here shortly. But thank you for stopping through. Shouts out to Simply 10 Art
Yeah,
up in the
girl.
building.
Woo, woo. Yes, indeed.
Right. And make sure y'all comment in the comment section. And also, y'all free to call in on the phone line. Oh, I got to put that up so y'all can see the phone number. Where's
So
that
it is
banner?
470-493-9928. 470-493-9928. Call in. DJ Concrete will screen the calls before he let them through. Thank you so much.
Man, that woman has a memory like a Memorex tape. Good job, Cuzzy. Shouts out to Pokey pulling up another weekly real one.
Yes, Pokey.
So we was just
So,
doing a mental
mental health
health checkup.
checking.
So go ahead,
Yes.
cuz I already said mine. Go ahead.
All right. So DJ Concrete, aka Chocolate Spice, tonight. He is feeling a 5 at his best. Now come on through Baldy E with your pearly whites and all your fan club, baby. Come on through. We can't hear you, baby cakes. Why we can't hear you?
Oh, my bad. I was on
Mm-hmm.
mute. I am at a 5. 5 all day. It's a Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday. I'm at a 5. Come on, weekend. Let's
All
get it
right.
popping.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So, okay, Pokey, thank you for giving us your check in. Remember, 5 is your highest, your most fantabulousness. So, thank you for checking in. Anybody else want to drop there 1 through 5? 5 being your absolute best. Down to 1, you need therapy and call Sweet Mama. She take cash apps and payments. Thank you so much. On a
Cash App
real,
is right there on the bottom. Cash
yep,
App is right there on the bottom. Feel free to drop $1, $2, $3, $10,
$10
$100.
million. Yeah, I'm
There
tired
you
of
go
waiting.
at the
Hey,
bottom.
we need that.
Yeah.
So, I saw some very interesting, just little topics that people throw out on Facebook. Big up to our cousin, me and Concrete cousin, one of our cousins named Donnie. I'm not gonna give his whole name, but I'm
Okay.
gonna read what he posts, and I'm not gonna say what other people said in his comment because I want your reaction. Y'all ready? You ready, Concrete? You ready, Spice? You ready, Baldy? You
Hey, I'm
ready?
I'm ready.
ready. I
Okay.
stay ready.
And I know Concrete gonna love this one.
Well, I'ma love it.
Other than sex, Snooky book, canoodling, whatever you want to call it,
Check
what do
Newton.
a woman bring to the table that a man can't?
Headache.
You bring that to me every
No, I'm joking.
You're
I'm
not
joking.
gonna do
I'm
that when you
joking.
go
I'm
there.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. All right. Go ahead, Baldy. I'll let you go first.
Mm.
What can a woman bring to the table? She can be my helpmate. She can bring me help. She can bring me companionship. She can show me that softer side of myself
But man, how
that
Okay.
soft
I
you trying
cannot
to be?
bring.
Well,
Huh?
how soft you trying to be?
Oh no, not that soft. She can be my soft, you know, soft little lady. But no, but
Okay.
honestly speaking, she can bring. She's supposed to be your other half. I mean, she's supposed to be your companion. Things that you can't do, she's supposed to be able to do. So if I'm as concrete, say if we bring home that bacon, she's frying it up.
Right. Now, shouts out to our cousin Bernard in the building on Facebook. Bernard, you just missed the music show, but right now we on relationships because I'm trying to teach our cousin how to, do what she got to do in a relationship.
What cousin you trying to teach? You talking about the other Mister? You ain't talking about me. Don't
Hey,
come for me,
shouts out
bro.
to Yes Gang. We got Yes Gang in the building on the relationship
Yes,
podcast. So you,
gang.
Hey, what's
you can
up?
go ahead and say what you gotta say, cuzzy. What you were saying.
Don't come with that command because I call your on you. You don't want her to get up on here. She'll cut you. Anyway, so other than sex, what can a woman bring to the table? Real talk. Concrete, are you frozen?
I'm reading the comments.
Yeah, no, I'm messing with you. Yeah, no.
Like, what's going on?
She can bring joy, happiness, support. Uh, she can bring just help, food. Um, for the most part, that.
He said
You
helping
want to bring
food.
food?
Hey, bring me a plate of food.
So, with the food, I'm still laughing at that part because I'm like,
He
first of
said
all,
helping food.
Baldy is my god brother. I'm bringing him food tomorrow. I ain't his helpmate. Trust me.
Well, you are a woman. You said what a woman can
Oh,
bring.
I said,
oh,
other than sex, don't do that. But we talk about in romantic relationship. We're not talking about that. So
Hey, but
other
I'm
than
saying,
sex, so they can be your helpmate, your companion.
your
And Baldy
softer
said other
side.
half. Now everybody on the panel don't always see others as being other halves. So when
okay,
you
hold
get
up.
someone,
Yes, gang. Oh, read Yes, gang comment.
She brings peace.
yo,
Yeah.
I will hope she brings peace. The world is crazy for a black man.
Come in peace. If she don't bring you peace, let her go. If she ain't your peace, you know what? It was a saying at one time that I heard, let a woman be your weekend. I gotta say
Okay,
that's a strong saying. Now, is that hard? That's almost like peace though.
right.
When you have a woman in your life, she should not be a headache. You shouldn't be coming home to her and saying, damn, I wish I was still at work. You should be able to come
Right.
home to her and she be your peace. She be your weekend. When you get home, you feel like, golly, man, like I'm just so happy to be home with her. That's how
That's
it should
exactly.
feel.
Yeah, it definitely should feel that way. You know what, and that's hard pressed these days. Sometime I'm sure
It
for
is.
a lot of people because it's a lot going on in this world today, and both sides need a comfort. But the man deals with a lot more than a woman, but also a woman makeup is complicated. So she can she can go through a lot of stuff too. So you have to be there to help her out, not
Right.
emotionally available, but be available. I can be emotionally available.
You back on that kick again?
I surely am.
So you're not emotionally available to me. I'm gonna find somebody that's gonna be emotionally available to me.
Well, y'all suckers do what y'all do. Suckers.
Oh, listen. So Pokey says you should be excited to come home in a hurry to get to that thing. I mean, oh, peace.
Right.
You said that thing.
That thing. But you know, that's a flip side too. I was telling Baldy, this guy I used to date. I used to sit in my car. I would pull up to our house and just sit in the car like, oh my God. I gotta mentally prepare myself to deal with the shenanigans as soon as I got in the house. And I was just even like, I thought you had a heart attack in the car because you took so long to come out.
And you out there praying.
I'm like, oh God, I don't want to hear no stupid stuff today. I don't want to hear you complaining or moaning about whatever going on. It would be every day. I would sit outside my car and just be like, oh God, Cal gonna take me away while I'm in the car. I was hoping somebody come get him. Let some woman scoop him up because I'm tired. I don't want to always play therapist when I go home or crisis 5 put out. I don't want to do that. Be the peace, figure it out.
First of all, you should already be home and he should be coming home.
Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. Okay, whatever, concrete. So Pokey says, shaking my daggone head. I used to stay at work till my husband left for work. And you know what? I understand your plight because I want to leave concrete. He and my husband right down, right here until I get off. And I get it. Yeah. But I get it because sometimes when people become so much of complainers or not your peace, you got to find a new refuge, a new peace, something to do. So that's when people start going bike riding in the woods and the terrain. They go to the gym. They go to the bar.
The cigar bar.
The cigar bar, the hoochie bar, the strip bar, just the bar. And just hanging out, start to get new activities outside the home, you know, so they can at least get some peace or get some like energy. So we're gonna call it energy. So that negative energy when you get home, you don't want that. You want like energy, and hopefully they almost sleep or it's time to go to bed by the time you get home. Or people go to school, they just find other activities to get involved. So I was remembering I was watching, what is it called? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I remember Peter Guns, the girl Amina, and he married his side chick basically. And he said, I remember I used to run to you for peace, and now you become the headache. And I said, when you remember that, remember he got to refill that space that now you are vacant from. So when you're dealing with that, you know, going on in relationships, when is enough enough? Do you tell your significant other, listen, do you try to have that heart to heart, or do you start doing your extracurricular activities to avoid avoidance? Concrete.
I say have the heart to heart.
Thanks. You think so?
I think you need to have it. I mean, lay it all on the table. If you're not happy, be honest about it.
Okay.
I think that when you're dishonest about it, how do you ever expect to get help? How do you ever expect to work it out if you're being dishonest? Just be honest and say, hey, look, we need to talk. And, you know, don't make it all the other person's fault. You know, actually say, what's your part in it? Are you just not into the person anymore? Is it your views have changed? The person has changed? What is it? Try to get to the root of it versus always saying, I'm going to leave. I think that in 2022, we're so quick to say I'm out versus saying, okay, remembering, unless you're in an abusive relationship. Now, if you're in an abusive situation, yes, go ahead. Go ahead, sweet mama.
Oh, that's my church finger. So I think in talking with people, whether it's on a personal level or dating, I think people mentally check out long before they move out. Say you have a significant other. There are a lot of people living with people that they want to be away from, but due to bills, a lot of people don't want to get out here and fend for themselves, pay their own bills, get their own spot. They'll stay, or let's say they are trapped inside of a mortgage and all these other bills, or they got kids, they're lingering around, not really liking a significant other anymore for whatever reason. So now they stretching their time out doing other stuff. They have mentally checked out, sometimes physically, sexually, and as my cousin say, emotionally checked out. They're just living as dead bodies in the house, moving along your daily way. Because you can become very monotonous in your life. You come home, you do the same stuff. You go home, you take a shit shower, shave. You cook dinner. What we gonna eat? And I think I posted these little skeletons said the couple this week keep asking each other, what we gonna eat? What we gonna eat? Because that's the only thing you may have in common or conversation. What we gonna eat for dinner? And that's it. But not saying what your treatment was. So both of them became skeletons because both of them was waiting on each other to make a decision.
Right.
Same thing for relationship. A lot of people die out in their lives, and now we're in our late 40s, 50s, and we are so upset because now we may not have the sexual energy. We may not have the energy. Our looks have changed. Things happen. So now we out here doing some things. Go ahead, Concrete.
Right.
Why do you have to end that and say me?
Because
Anyway,
you looking at me like you want to say something.
how I'm over here? I'm like 12 hours away, and you can tell me I'm looking at you. Anyway, so let me ask you this: when you were talking about that, were you talking about like a married couple or or just like people that's just in a relationship, like dating?
What you mean? Which part?
Any of it?
Both, because you have a lot of people that don't marry and they're just in these me and Baldy was talking about somebody he knew bought a house, was just our boyfriend. I mean, when you start to talk about houses aren't $30,000 like when our parents were getting married or being together. These houses are $500,000 most of the time. That's a big investment to be putting in with somebody and y'all go together. Or you may not be of age, or like young people. You see a lot of young people running to get these apartments, and half the time they're getting evicted out of them, or they can't afford it.
Right.
Well, me, I'm gonna tell you like this. Me, I personally don't look forward to getting married again. And then when you let's say out of some freak of nature, you meet somebody, and I'm not talking about me right now. I'm just talking about anybody. And then and let's say if they was married before and then now they don't want to get married, but then they meet somebody and they say, you know what, I want to get married. I definitely will not get married the traditional American way anymore. And as a matter of fact, I wouldn't even get married in America. But a lot of people, what they could actually do is have a wedding. They can get married, but they don't have to have that contract of the state in their marriage, because that's where you start getting you start getting and a lot of y'all women love the word alimony. Y'all love it. So if you do it that way, then you don't have to do alimony. You understand what I'm saying? You might have to. I mean, actually, you don't have to do anything. It's just like you go together, but you say you got married. You may have gotten married, okay, spiritually, but state, I wouldn't do it anymore, because that's when I don't need the state in my relationship. You can get married here in Georgia and not be married in another state, or be considered married in another state. You can go overseas and get married and say, all right, I got married over there, but you're not married here in America. I wouldn't get married in America. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't.
So we get married in the space on the moon. Is that what I got bought my outfit for? The moon.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Pokey said it's called civil union or spiritual marriage in God's eyes without the legal BS involved. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So you don't have to, like, fellas, don't get yourself tied up in this bull crap, because a lot of these women like to say alimony and all this old other stuff. Don't do it.
But that's not everybody. That's some of your little home girls. That's not everybody. I didn't get alimony when I divorced because I'm an independent woman. and I knew the circumstances of me. If I wanted alimony, it would have been a bad situation for me for the rest of my life. So sometimes, and
Okay.
that wasn't a drum roll for real. That's a serious thing. That would have
Okay.
led to something other than a positive situation that I might not have be on this show. So everybody's circumstance is not the same of asking for alimony. I just wanted my daddy last name back and for me to get out of my relationship safe. Because sometimes you know your spouse, if you take it too far, it could be too far nowadays. But that was been a couple years. So everybody's
Well, I
not a
mean, you
baby
look at the
mama.
news. I mean, it's on the
Right.
news every day. Nowadays, I mean, you see spouses taking it too far, men and women.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
domestic
not just
situations.
right.
Well,
It,
y'all saw that. Oh, go ahead, Baldy.
they had a guy, I think he was either the woman's child's father or something, or her husband. He set her on fire. I mean, which is crazy. Like, why would you set anybody on fire? If you don't want to be with them, let them go. Like, just say, hey, look. But I think money does play a huge part of it. I think the whole legal system is very, very much it needs reform. I mean, I agree with you somewhat, Concrete, in the sense of the alimony thing, and I think that people will do it out of spite sometimes. Some people will say, "Hey, you know what? I just hate you so much that you've moved on with your life. Maybe you got remarried. Hey, I'm gonna mess up everything in your life and shoot get you for alimony." And they might not even really need it, but they're doing it
Right.
just to spite you.
And,
So I
and,
get
that,
it. I
and
mean, I
that's
think it's
true. I
yeah,
believe that.
I think it's a need for reform. I think each case needs to be looked at on a case by case basis to say, well, man, you don't even need alimony from this man. You make
Right.
da 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 amount of money. I mean, you don't
Unless
need
you
it.
have a legal agreement, that's something different.
Right.
But I think
Correct.
Shout out to.
too. Go ahead, guys.
No, I
Sorry.
was just going to say shout out to Lavonia Jackson. She said it sounds like you are marrying with the expectations of failure.
I
I'm
agree
not
with
sure.
that.
I don't
I
know
can
if she
agree with
said
that.
me or whatever. But no,
Yeah, yeah.
I know if it's me, I've been married 30 years. Most people ain't been married that long. So I know what I need to do. I
Right.
know what I need to do now. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not about the failure part. Trust me, it's always a bad deal when unfortunately when it comes to men uh ending in marriage. And most marriages in is 60% rate. So here in America. So I mean that's just not cool.
Well, this is the thing, Concrete. When we look at my parents, Sweet Mama's parents, our parents are still together. And I mean, they've been through major issues and major problems. Even you've spoken about your dad and mom,
Hmm.
still being together. I mean, so I think it's a difference in times. I think that you do have the couples back in the day that just work through things. They didn't say, hey, we giving up. You did this or I did this. You messed up the money on the mortgage or you did this or you cheated
Divorce
or
was not an
whatever.
option
Right.
for people when they
It
got married back in the day. Divorce was not an option. A lot of the
right.
material things was not an option back then. A lot of
Right.
lifestyles was not an option back then, and that's what
Right.
you have to think about the lifestyles. I've come across, and Baldy and I have numerous conversations with guys who are still in situations but want to deal with me. Because guess what, boo cakes? I don't have a situation, but they got all this messy shit they want me to be involved in. I don't want to beat the baseball with your child. It's too high. All the sugar melt. They got all
Right.
these baby mamas. They got these child support. They're losing their driver's license. They can't get a passport. They still live with their wives, ex-wives, soon-to-be wives, baby mamas. Instead of you stepping up, maybe getting another job so you can go get your own spot. Oh, I'm helping her out because she don't have enough money. Well, you should have made sure you married a woman like me that can afford to get out. But it's so many different variables now, and they want me to be a part of that. No, you can't live in my house because the house is quiet to bring your bull to my house, and you still have this baggage that you haven't resolved, and then they want to come deal with me. I don't have no baggage. My son's 29. I don't have no kids. I ain't have no kids, not in this lifetime, this round. I'm not bitter. I've been married. I was married over 10 years, 14 years, I believe, and divorced for a minute. So I'm good. But I don't want people baggage. I dealt with men before until I matured out in these last years in my 40s. I don't want to do that. It's too much. It's mentally too much. And it turns me off of who I am because I have to change all the fabulous that you see here because I'm a cool person. I don't want to be in the mode where I gotta be, okay, I'm a therapist, the man needs support. No, I don't want to do that. I don't at 49, I don't want to do that. And everybody say, oh, you single. I'm single by choice. I could be with any old joker that smile in my face. Oh, you pretty. I know that. Tell me something I don't know, like the lottery, the Powerball. So me and my family, we can go get us a little ranch and everybody on the ranch and we live together and y'all come eat my cornbread, whatever y'all doing. But I don't want to be involved with a man who's still married, living in a house with the wife. You haven't filed for the divorce. You live with the baby mama. It's too much. It's
Well,
way too
life is already hard enough by
right.
yourself to then think I got somebody else now that's making it worse. Now, I do believe in couples that struggle together. It makes them stronger. But first, you can't come in with the baggage of someone else. You can't say, well, by the way, I got a wife. I ain't divorced her yet. I mean, I'm still in the process or whatever. Or I still got the girlfriend living with me or whatever the case may be. You got to come into it at least saying, okay, I have these problems, but they're my problems. Meaning like their bills or education or whatever the case they are. And not, oh man, I got these problems regarding somebody that used to be in my life. I think that's a big deal. I mean, I've never been married before, so I can't speak on it. Of course, I've been in relationships, but I can honestly say I've never brought in another person into my relationship as far as, oh, I got this unresolved issue that I got with an ex. I've never really brought that in. I mean, we all bring things in. We bring experiences that we've had previously with significant other, I mean, for exes, but I've never brought in a whole ex and said, I'm still living with this ex or I'm still sleeping with her or whatever. I've never done that before. And I would feel like if I was still sleeping with the ex or still being with the ex in that way, maybe I need to resolve that first and then decide on moving forward.
Simply 10 Art said everybody don't want alimony. You can't stick. I'm assuming she's saying stick. You can't stick on that one that asked for it, thinking everyone wanted. I look. All of us have fears, and I'm man enough to say I have a fear, and that's one of my fears. But I mean, I think it's just dumb, and men should fight that and just stop putting your hands down and just letting them. I mean, if they deserve it or whatever, but it's one thing helping somebody, and the other thing, you got women out here, they just want that severance package. Period. That's all they thinking, that looking at it, and it just don't make sense. They're abusing it. They're abusing it. So,
but
also,
what, Concrete, we gotta get reform. Like in the legal system, we have to say, let's get reform. Let's figure out what makes sense. Like you have to, instead of and not saying that you're doing this, but instead of us as men complaining, throw other ideas at lawmakers to say, well, this might be a great idea if we did this. I mean, logically speaking, throwing something together and saying, hey, let's sit down with some attorneys, let's sit down with some lawmakers and say, hey, alimony is a big issue in Georgia and Maryland or wherever, and say, look, let's talk about reform. What can we do to make a change in this law? I mean, it's a big deal to all of us. I mean, because
it's being abused so much on television. That's all they talking about. Alimony. You know what I mean? Like, so.
But see,
anyway,
I'm gonna say this: some women get taken probably for alimony. I mean,
they do, but I don't think that's right for a man to do that to a woman.
Right?
What kind of man is that?
Who was it? Kelly Clarkson, her ex-husband. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
He gets $200,000 a month. I mean, like, why would he? But
No,
why
what
would he
kind of
ever
man
think
is that?
about getting married again? Why would
What
he
kind
ever
of
think
man
about getting
is that?
married?
A
What
man
Right,
kind of
want to be
man is
taken
that?
care of. He
Yeah,
doing it
but
right.
no,
right.
that see, I can't roll with a dude like that. No, that's But anyway, Dougie said he want a lady with all kinds of problems. They out here, Dougie. They out here.
Oh, baby, that you listen.
And
Don't
Yes
It
even bring
ain't
Gang
them on the
women.
said
show.
Yes Gang said it's an issue. The
Right.
court
See,
system is set up against the men, and that's true. I'm telling you, you
I
have
agree.
a lot of feminist groups out here that got it to where it is now. Also, you got a lot of men that didn't want to put up the fight, and they just put their tail in between their legs and walked on, and just because the system does make it harder for men, but you gotta fight it. You know what I mean? You gotta fight for fairness. I ain't saying
Right,
win. Be fair. Come on, make some
right.
sense. Um, and Simply 10 Art said it's plenty of men that alimony, but a lot of them won't say it out loud. Plenty of men that I guess that pay alimony. And Pokey
Yeah.
said that I don't need alimony. I can make it happen, and I can run my home alone. But I would
Mm.
rather not. But if I leave, don't want nothing from him. Never have. All right. I know it sounds like I went to this crazy school the way I'm reading these, but I can read. But anyway, no, that's out of all fairness, and that's with a level-headed mind. That's a good attitude to have about things. What Pokey said, and then Simply 10 made a lot of sense as well. Um, so and then but that it's just something. It all needs to be looked at, just like the credit system needs to be reformed. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
but yeah, that right there, I'm telling you, they're throwing that all out loosely right now about alimony and all that stuff, and it's just a freaking nuisance. It really is. But you know, and I'm sorry to hear, women when they come in the house and having, I mean, I know a lot. See, that's why a woman is not supposed to work. I'm telling y'all can talk that until y'all face turn blue. I mean, and I know why. I know why a lot of women out here work, because yes, we do have a lot of guys that just can't even take care of a woman that don't deserve a woman. But you can't blame that on every guy either. And I mean, y'all already know my stand on it. I'd rather have a household that's set up where I'm the head, like I'm supposed to be, and I'm going to be, and I take care of my kids and I take care of my woman. But at this point, it is what it is. But when I come home, yes, I want peace. I don't want all this stuff, and the woman should not have to go out, and then she's coming in and she's like, and don't know if she want to go in the house or not, because she might not want to deal with him. I get it, cuzzy. I get it. And same thing with me. So I mean, but then a
That
woman,
was a
she gonna come
pass.
in there and talk all the stuff about what she went through that day. And so now you have to be emotionally available.
I
Men,
mean, it's
that's
the same thing. But you saying that like I may go to work and come home to talk to you about what happened. I gotta sit through your foolishness all day. I may
what's
not
my
want to listen to
foolishness?
that. When you come home, maybe talking about what you did all day. How many dirt bikes or whatever you sell, what DJ, what show you, what topic. I gotta listen to you gripe about your balls and all that other stuff. Did you cook? I didn't want no salmon today, and I don't want to hear all that either sometimes. So you gotta pick and choose what you want to do.
Anyway, you better listen to my bike
See,
ride.
I better.
Uh,
You better listen to me. Yeah, I better. There we go.
Lavonia
I ain't
Jackson
here for
said,
nothing.
"Oh, she think that Simply 10 Art meant a lot of men receive alimony, and they do. But
Thank you,
that
Right.
I totally think that is so stupid. Like, why would a man be a man, survive? You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you want to take? Oh, well, that's just not me. I'm not from that cloth. So, but you know, again, I asked you this before, Baldy. E. Do you think that a man should be emotionally available? And this, if any other man that's in here, I want y'all to answer that. And Simply $10 said, not the balls. But anyway, she talking about sweet mama. But do you think a man should be emotionally available?
For his woman to nurture her if she So if your woman comes home and she has a horrible day at work and she's just falling apart and she doesn't need to talk about it, she wants to be soft and cuddly with you. Yeah, you gotta be. Like you gotta be, but you still gotta be in that moment her rock to tell her it's gonna be okay, everything is gonna work out, and you're supposed to hold her up and hold her down, basically. And if that's part of being emotionally available, you gotta do that. Because if you don't do it, how much do you really care? If you're not gonna rub her back and say, hey, it's gonna be okay, X, Y, and Z happen, you know, you have to be there for her.
Okay.
Same
So let's
same
say,
way
go ahead.
yeah, same way she would have to be there for you if something happened on your job or whatever. She's your helpmate. So she's gonna have to definitely be there for you.
Okay. It's a lane for that. Now,
Oh God.
here's my thing. So let's
Okay,
say
okay.
she come home and say, I've been working at this job for one whole month, and each day of the week, this lady keeps getting on my nerves. I think she's jealous of me. She keeps on messing with my station. Not, I ain't talking about like,
Right.
well, anyway, my station that I
Anything,
work out
right.
of. Yeah. What, I mean, what are you going to do? What you going to tell her?
Maybe tell her go to the boss. Maybe, don't approach the person. Don't cause conflict. Maybe go to the boss, go to HR, go to any of those places. That's it. I mean, I'm not going to tell her, oh, we'll go approach a lady. No. I mean, you gotta, you're trying to handle in a very calm manner. You try to de-escalate the situation. If someone, and you gotta remember, this is work. This is not, man, we in the street, we on the corner. I found out you going through my yard or something like that. No, we talking about this is work. So you have to be professional. And you gotta say, okay, I might, if it was me and I found somebody was going through my stuff at work, I'd probably snap a picture. So then I have
Okay.
real proof and be like, hey,
Okay.
I think that's the
Me,
only thing you can do.
So what's the answer you want him to say, Concrete?
no, I
Tell
just
her
wanted to hear
quit.
what he had to say. I just
Well,
wanted
what
to
do
hear
you
what he
say?
had to say.
Answer your own question.
Look, first of all, my woman is not going to be working.
Okay, but she working.
She ain't.
Okay, but she working.
She
Let's
ain't.
say she had a good, wait a minute, hold on. Let's say she's on a volunteer job. Say she's
Mhm.
volunteering at a community center.
Okay.
And she says, Concrete, somebody keeps going through my desk at the community center. A
Okay.
woman, not a man,
Okay.
a woman.
Okay. You know what? I'm a problem solver. That's what men do, right? And
Correct.
I'm gonna solve the problem, and I'm gonna let her know. Okay, in that case, why are you still? If it's really getting on your nerves, why are you still there? Come home. You're not making any money doing it, so just come home. You wasting gas going over
What
there.
she says, I love the work though. I love helping people. And Sweet Mama can even speak to this.
Well,
Sometimes you love something and you're like, I love helping people. Because Sweet Mama loves helping people. She does. I mean, and if that's
sometimes.
your, but if that's something that someone says they love, I love doing this. Meaning that it's not a full time job. It's something that she likes to do in her downtime when she's not
Hmm.
cooking and cleaning the house
And doing her duties.
and doing her duties. And she says, I like
Don't let me call
helping.
Granny.
But think about it.
Oh,
If she
I've been
said,
had conversations, a couple of conversations with Granny. Oh,
but
she'll
think
put
about
her
this,
on.
Concrete. If she said, I like working at the women's shelter, helping the women. I like seeing them get back. Maybe it's domestic violence or whatever. I like seeing them being helped. But it's a woman there that works there, not a client that works there that keeps going through my desk. I don't want to leave. I want to work it out.
I'm gonna be
Volunteer
very
job.
honest. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. Honestly, it just wouldn't go like that. And I mean, and I'm gonna tell you like this too. Another thing is that men that are
Okay.
providers do not have time to sit there and be emotionally available. We just don't. Look, I'm gonna take you to a video. And hopefully this works right. And we're gonna see. I mean, even put it like this. I guess
Okay.
I maybe it's just me, but I know it's not just me.
It's probably
But huh?
go ahead.
Smart mouth. So anyway, take you to a video, right? And I mean, he'll tell you this too. Let me see if I can make it work. Okay.
Please don't send up. Please, God, make sure it's right.
Okay.
You want to see no
Whatever.
extracurricular
Can
activity?
y'all see that? Can
Yeah,
y'all
we
see
can
that?
see it.
Responsible and tough as Shaq. You don't have time to feel emotions.
We can't hear it.
Okay. Hold on. Y'all said y'all can't hear it.
Nah, we can
No.
see the word, some of the words.
All right.
but
Let me
okay.
see.
You're as
Can y'all hear it?
responsible and tough as Shaq. You don't have time to feel emotions.
It's still a little bit low.
Put in a certain position, you have to make sure everybody else.
Let me restart it.
When you're as
Okay.
responsible and tough as Shaq, you don't have time to feel emotions.
I don't have time to feel emotions. Put in a certain position, you have to make sure everybody else is okay. I don't use the term baby mamas. I have two lovely
And that's why his wife left him.
relationships.
That little dust mop.
It's a man's job to protect
She ain't too much of that.
Oh.
She got his money.
but I'm responsible. I'm responsible for my sister that I'm responsible for. Before I think about myself, I have to think about them.
Okay. Let me ask you this, cousin. And you just did something. You just did something, right? Now, y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we
cut
can
the
hear you.
screen. Put
Okay.
the screen back because we don't want to see all your business.
Hold on. I was just doing this video. No,
Yeah.
listen. My thing is this. Why do women always say, well, that's why she did this? Who cares? You think Shaq hurting?
Yeah,
She
he
not-
hurt when
no,
you
no, he's
talking about
not.
with Shawnee. He hurt when she just married that fine pastor. Yes, sir. And he said he was. He said it was his fault. Whatever happened, I found
Let
out.
me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
He's hurt.
After the fact, when he
You
was
gonna
saying
say
all
no
that
when
stuff,
the man said
he was
yeah.
trying to say some good stuff about her, and then she come back being negative.
Okay, she hurt
Mm.
because guess what? Hey,
Now she hurt.
What he did, then they would still be together.
Ain't nobody worrying about her. That man own.
And guess
he
what?
don't need
It don't
her.
matter what he owned. He still was.
It don't matter about her.
The pastor. It mattered. He said it was his
No.
fault. Did you watch them things? Yes, it did.
Let me tell you something. He was trying. Did you know he used to give her $300,000 what a year or something like that? And then he did all that, and he regret every last one of that.
I
He
didn't hear
regret
that
all
part.
of that.
No,
Okay,
me and,
I'm
Baldy was
telling you.
No.
No. I'm telling you right now that he regret everything. He even regret now even trying to look out for her, but he still looks out for her, right? And it's not through he don't care nothing about that. Trust me. Trust and believe. She is not that good. She ain't that girl was not that good. I'm sorry. But
let you
I'm just
tell it
telling you.
concrete and let you tell it. Ain't nobody, no woman that good. Now I'm gonna say that to you. I love you as my cousin, but you have a negative attitude towards women.
What is up, I'll lotion it up real quick. Don't play with me.
Oh Lord.
Let me tell you something. I don't have a negative nothing against women.
You do, because
Have I had bad experiences? Yes.
Okay.
Do I hold it against every woman? No. But what I'm trying to tell you is that when you look, a lot of men make a mistake when they start being too soft to women. They will walk over you.
I don't think that's true.
Okay. All right. You don't have to think about it. It's what I know.
Okay, well, you can say that. But again, when we too soft, y'all walk over us and become abusive. I'm going to give you a scenario. I had a young lady talking to me. Might have been yesterday. I don't know when it was. Yesterday, day, whatever. But today. Must have been yesterday or the day before. she was saying she you know how some people, and that was that thing about she met up with her ex, right? And I was telling Baldy, it was a strange scenario. They would just, you know, somebody meet you, hey, meet me at the Walmart. So I'm gonna give you an example.
Oh
Meet me at the
yeah.
Walmart. Let's walk around, you know. So we just talk, kick the bobo, just talk, catch up. You know, we haven't seen each other for a while. All of a sudden, he just started choking her. Not the freaky kind of choke like sweet mama, like with the fingers in your mouth, but choking her with two hands. And I said, well, why would a man all of a sudden start choking you out? Did you say something crazy? She was like, he just upset because I won't comply or come back with him, you know, to be with him again. He just started choking her out. I said, well, is this the first time? She said, no, it's the second time. That's why they broke up the first time, because he wants this power and control over her. So you start choking out in the waffle section of the Walmarts? That's like I mean, not like, ooh, sexy, let me choke you out. But that control factor. A lot of men feed into the control factor. They want to control something. First of all, control yourself before you try to control your partner or whoever that person is to you. It's a control. I've been in, you know, relationships and have talked to other people. It's that control factor. They got control what you eat, where you at, where you going, where you at. Damn, I didn't know you was the warden, the pastor, the probation officer. Now I can't work. I can't go outside. I can't volunteer. My husband used to get mad when I used to go get my hair done. I was telling Baldy it's a scenario.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
I want to
Lord.
get my hair done. And he's like, oh, you coming up in my house? Mine is his house late. And I said, it's 8 o'clock at night. That's not late. 8 o'clock is late getting your hair done. It was just like weird stuff, but it was control. It was control. He didn't want me to look good. So some other man might say, hey, Pudding Drop, you look good today. It's a control, keeping me down, keeping me ugly, keeping me. I was telling your son Willie Bars, when I was married, I was over 400 pounds because I gained weight. I gained like 100 and something pounds being married because I was stressed out. I was eating everything I ate went to my bottom parts, you know, and I was on a heart monitor by the time I was 27. I developed asthma. You know, my hair wouldn't grow. Look how cute my little locks is. My hair wouldn't grow for a long time. A lot of my pictures, I looked older than I did back then. Because even Barney said, oh, who's that your mama when we first met? I said, no, boy, that's me. And he was like, you look older then than you do now. I said, yeah, divorce will make you look beautiful and younger and healthier. I lost a lot of weight getting divorced because I wasn't stressed. I aged being married. I am fantabulous now, but I aged being married. It was the stress of a controlling man in my life. Control.
That sound like
life. That's all it is, life.
But it's real. Creed, let me tell you.
See, the same fact that you talking about a woman, you don't want no man to do it to your cousin, would you?
No, but here's the thing that y'all gotta understand. If you find, let's say a man could be as tough as he want to be, right? If he finds a feminine woman, she'll shut him down. Let her be in her feminine frame and see what happened to him. Well, shut him straight down. But when you get a rubberneck type of woman, it's gonna be a problem.
But I wasn't rubberneck. Everybody's not rubberneck. I know how to be feminine.
Okay, so your ex has nothing to do with that. You might have some issues. Okay, so your ex may have some issues. Every man is not like that.
I never said that. Never said that.
I know you didn't say that. I'm just telling you that he may have had some underlying issues.
Oh, he still
maybe growing up. Okay, maybe growing up. Maybe some insecurities. It's a lot behind that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, every man is not like that.
Oh,
but I'm telling you, if you get a woman that's feminine and willing to do for a man, trust me, he will. The average man that's in his right mind frame, trust me, he would appreciate that and really work with you. If you're working with him, he's gonna work with you.
And all that choking and all that stuff. I love you for saying that, and I agree. Now, this one time we agree. Put that on the check mark. I agree with that. I honestly agree with that. We just giving scenario things that happen. I totally agree with that. I agree.
Okay. I mean, I think, and this is my thing, concrete. You have to put a woman in a situation to want to be submissive. Like
I agree with that.
the majority of women out here, I don't think they want to be out here going hard every day, being the pavement. I think that they do it because they have to. I think it's a lot of disparity in the black community. I'll just say, I'm gonna be honest with you. In our community, it's a big disparity at this point where family is not an issue. Nobody cares about family. Most people, and I'm gonna say this, other cultures, and you can speak to this too, concrete. When you go overseas to other countries, they put family first. They put
Big time.
that family. Here in America, look out here. Look what's on Instagram. It's not nobody playing with their family most of the time or playing with the kids. It's how much money I got, how many cars, how many houses I got. And it's nothing wrong with having nice stuff because I like nice stuff. But at the end of the day, does the nice stuff mean more than my family? No. If somebody said you can have a nice life or you can be super wealthy and be lonely, I'd rather have a nice life with the family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with
All
that.
day long. And that's me. I'm an old fashioned guy. Plain and simple. I don't need all of that. I really don't. I mean, I went back to even doing simple things in life right now. You see what I'm saying? So, like, all I want is peace. And to have a peaceful woman is golden to me. You know what I'm saying? I
I
don't
get,
need all of that, what you see on Facebook and IG and all that. I don't need none of that. In fact,
I give you an
that's an
example.
instant turn off.
I go out here. I talk to Sweet Mama all the time about buying stuff, buying shoes. Sweet Mama might say, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and get a pair of $120 pair of Pumas." I'm up here buying a $60 pair of
These
Sauconys
are my
or something
business
like that,
too.
or 40, or trying to get something on sale with a coupon. Like that stuff doesn't phase me. I can put that
Right.
money toward a piece of real estate, or I can put it toward a piece of education or something like that. I'm not
Sounds to me,
caught up
Baldy.
on the material objects. Or Sweet Mama know me. I go to Michael's and buy some t-shirts. Listen,
Tell it,
ain't no
Baldy.
big deal. Huh?
Right, right. I'm like that
Hey,
too. No, I'm saying you people be
hey.
spending money all the time. You know what I mean?
I go to
I
Walmart.
understand
I
sitting
be
up
happy
there
when I get a
spending money
deal at
all the time.
Walmart. Listen, no big deal. And I tell people, like, don't get me wrong. I like some luxury items. Yes, I like a good Nordstrom's run or something like that. But at the end of the day, I'd rather see my family living good and my family eating versus, oh man, I got the brand new Benz, but we ain't gonna eat tonight or we ain't gonna eat this week or whatever. It's about
Yeah, nah.
family first.
Yeah, I'm not into all of that. If I was young and immature,
Right,
and
exactly.
I mean I'm just, not about that now. And as long as I have a roof over my head, food to eat, and a way to make the money to provide, I'm good.
Right,
So,
right.
and that's what my focus, and that's what I was bringing out to Sweet Mama. She's so hard headed a lot of times. She just don't want to listen. I
Who listen
mean,
to you? I don't need to listen to you.
And I think I just really think that women would be more submissive if we brought back that family feel to it. I think that
well,
we've lost that. We
I
have.
agree, but some of them don't know how to be submissive. If they haven't
And
seen it, they don't know.
and
If
guess
they
what?
watch, if all on the television, all they see is so many unsubmissive women. So
Right.
where's their model? How they gonna
But
work?
guess what? They're gonna have to be smart enough to say, "Hey, look, I'm gonna go ahead and let me try something different. If the way I've been living my life has not brought me something fruitful, as far as a man, whatever you want, a husband or whatever, let me try something different. Let me see if this works. Instead of me always going right, let me go left. And let me see what happens when I go left. Now you have to be submissive to the right person. You can't say, "Oh, I'm going to be submissive to the next guy that I meet." No, if he's not that right guy, how do you be submissive to him? But if he's a guy, he's leading you correctly. If he's telling you things that you can actually verify and you can look up, not something that's an opinion, but something that is a fact. You can look it up and say, "Dang, that does make sense." That is how you change the tire, or that is how you change the oil in a car. I mean, he's
But you know
not
what
telling
though?
you. Hmm.
That doing it that way is right, but it's also a gamble. Some women don't have time to waste to see what kind of guy this is, although they should, but some of them don't. Sometimes men carry a spirit about themselves where a woman
I
knows
agree.
that this man is like he about what he talking about, the way he carries himself. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times when you go into relationships, it's not about what you see, it's about what you hear. Sometimes you should go in blindfolded and listen. Listen to what's going on. That's just like sometimes some females, you can listen to them and that can tell a lot. You see what I'm saying?
I
So
agree.
that's how you know I am. I listen to people. I deal with a lot of different people. So sometimes you just gotta listen, and just not go by what you see. Because if you think about it, that's why so many uh, crazy people, or not crazy people, but crazy situations happening to people through social media is because what they see. Oh, he has this fancy car in there, and he's inviting
Right.
me to fly to so and so, and then they looking for a piece of tail. You see what I'm
Right. Like
saying? That's why you
that
start to see
video.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
a lot
Well,
of videos
also,
like
but
that.
you say you got to listen, but you also have to watch as well as the listen
Right. On
part. You
action.
got to keep
Right.
your word, your action. If a man say he's going to do this, that's the expectation. He's going to do what he say he's going to do. Don't say you're going to do it. I need to see it in motion. If you say you're going
Right.
to do better, you're going to work towards bettering our household or relationship, then that's the expectation. Don't keep telling me. Let me see it. What's your
Right.
goal for the week to get you to that pinnacle point of what we're talking about? At this game, that's how it is. Don't
And what's
just
the
Well,
biggest
my
part?
head off.
sweet
I
mama.
want to be a rapper. I want to be whatever. Show me what you're doing. What you
Right.
doing to get to that point? You
And the
talking about
biggest
you want
part
your
of
credit
all
better,
that
right?
is communication. The
Right.
biggest part is communicate with people. Tell people, sit down, work it out with somebody. Say, hey, you know what? This is what I'm trying to accomplish. These are the things I'm trying to do. Because maybe somebody can poke holes in your situation and say, hey, you know what? Maybe this might be a better idea. And there's nothing wrong with that. You sit down with intelligent people. Sweet mama, love my sis all day. I have her poke holes and stuff that I write, stuff that I'm thinking about making a business move. I may say, hey, what do you think about this? This doesn't say that I'm going to a woman and I'm asking her permission. No, listen, sometimes you need intelligent people to bounce stuff off of. I have other
Mhm.
friends, male and female friends, that I might bounce things off as well. Same thing with Sweet Mama, and probably same thing with you, Concrete. You know who in your circle are good business people that you
Mhm.
can say, hey, you know what? Let me call, just like, okay, with Saram. You direct people to Saram because why? She's an
That's what I said.
intelligent woman. Right.
Mhm.
She's a professional in her field. You
Right.
say,
Mhm.
hey, look, call Saram. You're not going to bypass Sharon because she's a woman. No, you're going to say, hey, I know her. She's did right by me. Hey, maybe she can help somebody else. That's just what it
Um,
is. We all have
right.
intelligent people in our circles.
And Pokey said all of us can't break the chain of how we are raised to see what the right way really is.
Right.
Most women say, I don't need a man, but we do what we do out of necessity because we never had a man that was
Correct.
raised to be a man. So that's very true. And that's where, as far as women really have to, because a lot of these men really got to step it up. I'm serious.
Mhm.
Like it's like a lot of these guys out here I can't even deal with because I don't want their spirit rubbing off on me.
Exactly.
So and I know cousin you always think I'm talking about women or whatever negative. I know these dudes need a lot of work.
Oh,
They
they
need a
do.
lot of work. So, definitely because you guys are the ones they're gonna have to take care of. So how are they going to learn how to take care of you if they don't? I mean, that's why I'm telling y'all have to watch the media, whether it be in social media, television, or radio, because there's a lot of misinformation being put out there, and it's actually to harm us. So it's sometimes you got to go back to the elders of or older people that so they can tell you. That's why I like talking to Granny. Granny will come and say what she got to say, and it be plain and simple. Because a lot of things in this lifetime is not difficult. It's actually simple. It's, are you willing to simplify it? You see what I'm saying? So me, like I said, I'm plain and simple. You work, you make your money, and you take it where it needs to go to to provide for whoever you need to provide for. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's just how I feel. And like, actually, people need to take in consideration how other people feel. And you know what I'm saying? You don't have to get all into the business or whatever, but you definitely want to encourage one another. You see what I'm saying? So, um,
I think,
no,
to be honest with you, cousin, with the last 3 years in the pandemic or whatever, I
hmm
think a lot of people need to know what it is to be, their mind is not at peace. It starts in your mind. And
hmm
being at peace, people need to see what their guidance is. We teach what's called wellness, um, a wellness plan,
hmm
your wellness self care, things you like to do. And talking with, other females and talking to my god brothers and, male friends, a lot of women, and I'm going on the women this time, a lot of women, they don't have peace, so they always shopping. They always going on girls trips. They finding these hobbies to jump into, that they focusing 100% of their self, and it could be outside their home, to like deflect from trying to build relationships. And relationships could be mean with their family members. A lot of people have like torn relationship with their family members. They add it. They talk about they want a man. They 45, 46, talking about still having babies. It's like, girl, your eggs is powder dust. Stop it. And it's like, they don't take the time to put in to get the man that they always badmouth. I want a man to do this, do that, but you're not putting the work in. You putting the work in and buying a Louis bag and going on the girls trip and all this shopping and all these little toys. And I get about toys. I love me a good toy, but at the same time,
You
what are
talking about
you doing
the one that
to
like
enhance?
like that?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
absolutely. It's been hard over the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing to enhance yourself that a man is gonna want you? And then they want to find a good man. As soon as they find what they want to pressure them. Oh yeah, I want you to come over. I'm gonna do this, do that, do that. Hold on, miss. Did you do a background check? Did you do a fax check? Just like they need to do a coochie fax. Did you do a dick fax? Like, stop rushing into trying to husband up this man, and you don't even know him. Don't take a man at a face value because he's fine and he got all his teeth and everything and the big gang. See, or the mustache gang, when my cousin with his mustache. But take time. Don't put
Right.
in the same effort you put in the working out. You got these women doing extreme workouts. Guess who can give you a good workout? Some of these men. But you at the gym. You doing I seen a new women's group for double Dutch over 40. I ain't Dutching nothing. I'm tired. I'm trying to
Double
dip
Dutch
Yeah,
myself in the car.
overboard.
that's
But you're
crazy.
doing all this stuff for all these women, and if that's not who your energy want to go to, build something that's to the man. Do little cute, develop little things that's going to be relaxation and peaceful with y'all two. Spend that intimate time with that man to get to know the man. I ask a guy, what do you like? What don't you like? Because I don't want to do something to trick you. What can't you eat? Do you got any allergies? I'm gonna get nothing to kill you. Put some peanut oil and then you over here dying in my house. No,
Right.
you got to get to know the person so you know how to warm yourself up to that man so you can be submissive. You doing everything and doing whatever you're doing out here with your girlfriends or whatever. Y'all going to the happy hours every week. That same energy you getting cued up for a heifer, go and get cued up for that man.
But I'm gonna say this. Like, let me first touch on Lavonia's
Yeah, I
statement.
was. Why don't you
Submission,
read it?
LaVon.
Read it.
Sure, submission comes with safety within within. It says you in a state of confusion and chaos. It's very difficult for you to submit because there is no safety and security in place. I agree with that. I think that like concrete, I'm gonna piggyback on that. You said it's a lot of men not being men out here. So definitely that creates an issue for women to feel safe and have safety
Mhm.
and security. If a woman doesn't
Fear,
know if it's
fear.
gonna be if the bills are gonna be paid, if the lights gonna be turned off,
Right.
or if they're gonna be thrown out the next month, how can she be submissive? No, she's out there saying, I gotta hustle up. I gotta go out here and get a job. I gotta go do some other things to make sure we got lights. And especially if you have kids with a person, you definitely are feeling like I gotta make sure we're okay. I gotta make sure this kid has the best experience that they can have.
Right. I mean, and that's true. I mean, a lot of these women out here that's trying to do the right thing are actually living,
Right.
walking on eggshells while trying to be submissive to another man. And he might have all good intentions, but sometimes the woman has to work because they're
But we can't live
financial
off
situation.
intentions.
Right. So
Yeah.
the thing is that I get it. I get it, women. I do. You know what I mean? It's ups and everybody has their ups and downs and stuff like that. So, but again, if you can find a simple man and then you being simple, y'all can work together. It's a lot of things that a lot of bills y'all can get rid of that y'all don't really need or whatever, so that y'all can live a little bit more comfortable. There's no such thing as stability. Stability, don't fall for that. It's no such thing as stability. I used to say that back and I was a young kid, and for some reason I saw it. Let COVID told us there's no such thing as
Right.
stability. So
Well,
also,
life happens.
right. And then also, Pokey said men need, hold on, men need three things: a clean house, food, and their man needs taken care of. It's very simple. And you know what? I cannot agree with that anymore. I mean, it's just like us as men, it's more difficult for us to try to figure out the woman. It's difficult because women's makeup is so different. But for women figuring out men, she just hit it right there on the spot. What's the problem? You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of women out here that's living in so much chaos, as Lavanya Jackson said, and it's true that they can't even handle those simple three things.
Hey, sweet mama. How
What do
many
you want?
simple men you find out here?
They are simple is right. Simple meaning stupid.
Well, all
No,
I'm
but
just saying,
simple. That they
You
ain't
mean
got
a
no
simple life?
situation.
If they say they don't, they probably do and they lying. Something wrong with them. Trust me. I mean, I've met some men that say they have a simple life. They don't have kids. They may have never been married. They got a decent job, but it's always something else hidden behind that most of the time. And it takes time for you to kind of, maybe get to know or find out. But it takes some probing. It takes some time and energy. If you on the surface level think 80% he's worth it, take the time to get to know and poke it out. It could be he had low self-esteem. Maybe the
Hmm.
man, as Pokey say, not working all that good. He got to go to Saram, or he could be a nice person. And that once you get to a certain level in your mind that sex ain't everything beyond a certain age level, you can do other things. It doesn't have to always be that. But you gotta like a person long beyond just a sexual act. Because if I don't like you, it ain't gonna work with mine either. It ain't just, oh, I'm just gonna keep doing it. That's not sexually appealing, especially when you confront your own money, your own bills, your own place. What else do you come to the table
The
with?
table.
And
Hmm.
that's exactly what we start off. What do you come to take? Because we're gonna end it out. What do you come to table with? I gotta like you, especially at our age group where most of health conditions are starting to be more prevalent. You have the women that have the uterine issues, the fibroid issues, the hysterectomies, the breast cancers. They lose their hair, they become bald. The men with their prostate issues, their diabetes, their weight. They got the big old bellies, bigger than a 10-month pregnant woman. I gotta like you beyond that because everybody may work out and they don't look um the way you want. I gotta like you beyond the outer shell. It gotta be I'ma care about you to the point where I want your health to be better. I want you to be better so you can live longer so we can be great in our relationship. It's not always about the outer shell. I'm fine. Both of us don't need to be two fine people. And that's what people look for. Oh, he's so this, so that. He got all his teeth. He's smiling like Baldy E, or he's shining like chocolate thunder, chocolate spice in the middle of DJ Concrete.
Always
You
saying
know,
something. Oh, I can't even sit in peace.
nope. Because I know
No,
I get
cuz
the
I'm
women's
messing
always
with you.
talk about how fine my co-hosts are, and they giggly snickety puff over y'all. Y'all so fine. Y'all what you call dark chocolate and chocolate mocha, whatever the hell the women say y'all are. Getting on my nerves. One got the mustache, and one got the beard, one bald, and one got the little shape up sharp as a prom tack. You know. So it's difficult. So don't always look for the outer shell, cause some of y'all outer shells ain't look good like no Eminem either. I
Right.
think you have to, once now we beyond the 20s and 30s and we in them 40s, all our stuff gravity gonna drop, my titties gonna go south to hell, and your yang gonna still be south, it ain't gonna point north. So we
Right.
gotta like each other beyond
Like,
sex point.
right.
Like you. But find other things. Find things that's interesting. Go to cooking classes. Go to people doing sipping paints. Go get your
But don't
foot
be
detox.
afraid to
Go get
talk to
your
people.
Go get your foot
Right.
detoxes together. Do
Uh
something different.
Pokey said, I've always said you got to love from the inside out. Most
Mm-hmm.
people live oppositely. So that's
They
very
do.
true. Like, I mean,
Right.
when I was younger and more immature, it was like the outer. But right now, when you really experience life and go through a lot of things in life, that doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's like, how are you being treated? That's what
Mm-hmm.
counts right now. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And we have Lavanya Jackson said, hold on. Oh, excellent, sweet mama. After sex, that would how that after sex, then what? How are
Then what?
we building each other?
Right.
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 Yeah, I mean that's very true. So you of course you want after sex or whatever, and then after that you want a solid foundation going on after that. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? You don't want
Right.
it to be like some a rusty rusty bridge. You want a solid bridge to walk across. So
Right.
it's
And
a
I'm gonna
thing.
tell you this. What really kills me is I read this meme on, I think it was either Instagram or Facebook, where they said that how can a woman give a man sex if you can't even call this dude when you need him for an emergency?
That's
Like
true.
it's a real thing now. If you can't call this guy when you got something going on in your life and say, "Hey man, I need your help," and not that's monetarily wise, but we're talking about something is going on. You need a ride to the airport. You need a ride to the hospital, and you can't even call this dude because he in a situation, or maybe he ain't got no car. And
Say
why
that
are we
again.
okay with that? Like, why are
Right.
we just okay with that? Why are
And
we
then
not saying,
what some of your female friends will do, Baldy? Go buy the dude a
what?
car. Go buy a dude a car. Go
And you
take
know what?
it. They go by to do the car so then he can, or let him hold your car to drop you off. You done flew to a girl's trip and he home with your car, hanging out in your car. You seen them guys in them 2-door Honda coupes? That ain't no dude car.
With
It's
the
not no dude
AKA
car.
tag or the
Mercedes
Delta?
Benz with
Look, with the
AKA
Delta,
or
with the
the
Delta
Delta or
tag
Zeta
around
tags on it. That ain't no dude car. So they run around in your crap. You on your girl ship living your best life with your girlfriends on the
and he
beach
like,
and
beep, beep,
yeah, and picking
Mm.
up the next chick with the license
beep, beep.
tag. Y'all seen that, and that's why my cousin laughing. He knows some dudes like that out there riding around in them
Oh yeah,
Honda
yeah, yeah,
coupes.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, and it's sad because those are the dudes that back up from doing manly duties. Now they just living off
But
of her.
but but let's say this now: if that woman took that much effort and put it into an actually decent guy,
Mm-hmm.
how much happier would she be? If
Right.
all that effort of buying cars for dudes and all this other crap, if she took that same mindset and said, you know what, I'm gonna be with this guy over here, like this other guy, this intelligent guy, I'm gonna be with him, I'm gonna be his woman. How great will she feel if, let's say this, let's say something did happen and the guy said, hey babe, I really need you to pick me up from the airport or something, like
Mm-hmm.
flight got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
she would feel okay about it. She wouldn't care because she'll be like, my dude is a good dude. He's going where he said he's going. He gonna come back when he says he's gonna come back. I trust him.
Right, but
But no,
that's when
you
it
pick.
comes into fat, Baldy E. That's when women say, "I've been used." Well, you the dumbass that bought him a card and paid for him to go to school. You know he was a no good joker. You bought him side
Right.
teeth. You done bought him all these clothes. You done made him a dressed up garbage can. And then, oh, the next man I deal with, I'm not gonna give it up till
I'm
6
not
months
doing
down the
nothing.
road.
And that
And
kills
Right.
me. That kills me. That kills me. And then you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing because I ain't.
but you can whether you give it up on the first day
Baldy
or the
want me to
100th
say something,
day.
but I
If
ain't
he
gonna
ain't
say
shit,
nothing.
he ain't shit.
Listen.
If he sugar honey iced tea, he sugar honey iced tea. Well, if you get up on the first day or 20 years from now, things can happen. And
Right.
it's not
Right.
that you being a fool. You just gotta learn your person more. Don't accept the BS coming in. Now, if he telling you lies in the beginning, damn, it's gonna be lies the whole relationship. Cause a lie builds another lie on a lie and a lie, and he got a crooked teeth lie.
Mm.
If he's
But
if he's
don't make.
omitting information, because me and Baldy talked about that omission of the information, he gonna omit some shit down the road. I'm sorry.
Now,
And
uh,
my thing
go ahead.
is
Go ahead,
just
Baldy.
keep it 100. Yeah, just keep it 100 with people. I
Mhm.
mean, my thing is if you know that this dude is doing you wrong, and you just like, oh, well, it's gonna get better.
It don't
Why?
get
Why
better.
wait? And my
It don't
thing
get
is
better.
the next guy, don't make him pay for
Right.
the guy that did you wrong. Don't make him pay for it. Just say I'm not ready for a relationship right now.
Or
I'm
woman.
cool. Well, man
Woman.
or woman, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, here's another thing right there. Lavonia Jackson said society is trying to normalize. Oh, it just jumped. Hold up.
Having a
Society is
piece
trying
of a
to
man,
right.
they will accept taking whatever's
Mm,
available, even if it's another woman's crumb or man crumbs nowadays.
mm.
Lavanya. They got the
That's
man
deep.
and the woman crumbs out here.
That's deep. That's
But
deep.
that's true though. That's
But
Yeah,
true.
it
but the
is.
same women
Right.
that say that, not talking about you, Miss Lavanyas, because I don't know you, they be the main one that's doing it. They always talk about other women and they shun other women, men who might be out here, but they be the main ones picking up the crumbs, the pigeon toes, the poo poo on the sidewalk, just to say, "Oh, I got a man. Oh, he's so fine. He's so fine," and that's the way everybody look at him. He's so fine. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Right. I
I
mean, I
mean,
just think that. Oh, go ahead, Convery.
no. I was just going to say, Simply Tenor said omitting is just as bad as lying. So go ahead,
Absolutely.
E.
That's
My
true.
yeah.
Right, even worse.
Keep you gotta just keep it 100 with people because you'll be surprised if you keep it 100 with somebody and explain your situation. They might be like, "I get it. I
Hmm.
understand why you don't have a high school diploma." They might say that, but if you don't tell someone and they ask you about it, you say, mm "Oh, well, I was embarrassed." Embarrassed about what? Just be honest. If you're
Mm-hmm.
honest, people will take you at face value. She may say, "Hey, let me help you." She might say, "Hey, my girlfriend, a teacher at night school or whatever, and maybe we can get you in that program." You never know the power it is behind someone trying to help you. When people care about you, when people love you, like genuinely care about you and love you, they will try to get you in a better place. Now it's up to you if you choose to take those options. If I say, hey, sweet mama, you say you're not good in math. Oh man, sweet mama, one of my buddies, he's a math teacher. Maybe he can tutor you. It's up to you at that point to take the initiative and say, hey, okay, let me go ahead. He offered. Let me see what I can do with that. Now, if you choose not to do anything, but then a year later you crying because, oh, I don't know math, whose fault is that?
Right.
You should be trying to do better. I mean,
Right.
and that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other get better. Again, like going back to the family unit. The family unit is a big deal in other countries. Here, it means absolutely
Right.
nothing.
Right. No, it's. I mean, that's real. So, but definitely a good show. We got something off our chest, whatever, and we appreciate everybody in the comment section, and we're gonna do it again. We do it every Friday. The Brutally Honest Rap Show always start at 8:30 sharp. I'm talking about so sharp it cut your finger.
8:30-ish.
Like your haircut, baby cakes, cousin.
And then and that's 8:30 to 9:30. And right after the Brutally Honest Rap Show, we go straight into this show, which is the relationship show. And what is it called, Cuzzy?
Are you for real though? With Chocolate Spice and Baldy Bearded E, baby, and Sweet Mama G.
And I'll tell you what, fellas, stay away from them hard-headed women because they're very hard-headed. You don't want to wake up the next morning like,
Oh God, I knew we was getting there.
anyway, much love to y'all.
Quickie show.
And thank y'all. Please, yeah, Quickie. We got you. You go ahead and announce it, Cuzzy. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. So on this coming Monday, yet again, we will have our Quickie show. That will be 30-minute Quickie. That's that get it in, get it out, and keep it going. So stay tuned. We have our guests. Make sure you log on to YouTube Street Tactics Radio. Make sure you subscribe, like, click, share. Please share. Hit the notification bell so when we come on live, you will know we on live and popping. Come on. Make sure you call in, do your comments. So on Mondays, we have our Quickie show, 7:30 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time with myself, DJ Concrete, and Baldy E. So we do different topics depending on what week it is. And on Fridays, YouTube Street Tactics Radio, we have our Brutally Honest show, as DJ Concrete said. If you know anyone, please have them send in their music. Go to our YouTube website. You can also comment after we post. Go back in, re-review the videos, because we do it as well. Maybe something someone said may spark your interest or something funny Sweet Mama might have said. So please make sure you stay tuned. You log on. We on Facebook. We on Instagram. And yes, we are on YouTube. We love you guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us on a Friday night. We are finished before 12 midnight, before I leave my shoe like Cinderella. Good night. Peace.
What about the
Good night.
I'll lotion it up real quick. Don't play with me.
Don't play with you.
Good night, everybody. It was good podcasting with you guys, and peace out. Enjoy the weekend. Let's get it.
Good night.
All right, Baldy E. All right, everyone.
All right.
Goodbye.
Wow.